Farm News Media presents Farm News 5.
Michigan dairy production continues to grow. Pickle harvest is winding down, and Michigan Ag Commodities' Chris Betz is back this week to deliver his take on recent market activity. I'm Janelle Brose, and this is Farm News 5.
Farm News 5 is brought to you by Ford.
Pickle harvesting is underway, and we were on hand at Clark Farms in Coleman for a ride in the cab.
I'm Nathan Clark, and we are harvesting pickles in Coleman. We started out our growing season this year, started out pretty rough actually, with the floods we had in June. The first third of our crop took a pretty good hit on that, and that slowed up our planting schedule. We missed almost 2 weeks out of a 6-week window. So now we are playing catch up, trying to get back on schedule. And what was planted after the floods has turned out to be an exceptionally good crop and more than made up the difference of what was hurt before the flood. We are in a homemade pickle harvester, self-propelled pickle harvester, that my dad, my brother, and I built in our farm shop. Started out life as a 465 Cat Lexion combine. We took the cab, the axles, the engine off the combine and threw the combine away. Pretty much built it from the ground up. Today we're harvesting seedless pickles, which is something relatively new to the industry. And these pickles will all end up on a hamburger somewhere as pickle chips. When they leave our place, they head for Pinconning, where they go to Bayview Foods, where they are processed and tanked. And then they pull them out, run them through their pickling process and the slicer. And that is operated under Mr. Chips Incorporated. And off from there, they head to various fast food, mostly fast food restaurants.
At the same time pickle harvesting was underway in Coleman, volunteers were collecting pickles for a Harvest for All donation to Michigan food banks.
Today we're here on the Clark farm, and we're collecting cucumbers for the Lansing Food Bank, which will be spread out to the food banks. The cucumbers will be shared with people who have no access to fresh produce.
It's a wonderful cause. It's really hard for food pantries to get fresh food in, and I know the Clark family really wanted to make sure that their extra harvest went someplace that was really useful, and we were so happy to help out.
All right, ready? 1, 2, 3.
Yay! That's something! Go!
Michigan Farm Bureau's Harvest for All program encourages member efforts to combat hunger across the state through volunteering, food donations, or monetary support. There is still plenty of time for members to organize their own food donations this fall. To learn how, visit MFB's Harvest for All website.
Harvest for All!
The Michigan Soybean Promotion Committee is devoted to investing soybean farmer checkoff dollars to address grower concerns. We focus our efforts on production research, market development, and outreach. Learn more at michigansoybean.org.
Michigan dairy production continues to grow. Dairy herds in Michigan produced 959 million pounds of milk during July, up almost 3% from last year. The daily rate per cow was 72.4 pounds, up almost a pound from July of 2016. Michigan's daily rate per cow is a national leader, dwarfing the national figure by 9 pounds per head per day. With a look at the latest market activity, here is Michigan Ag Commodities' Chris Betz.
Thanks, Janelle. It's been a quiet week for grains overall. Soybeans remain in a short-term uptrend, which should be seen as consolidative trade after a slippery slide off the August WASDE report. There is still plenty of downside risk for soybeans, with late August rains to help yields in the Midwest and big planted acres. Relatively lower soybean futures has weighed on corn, which continued to grind lower to fresh contract lows this week. Weather will play a lesser role for corn, as traders will look towards the September round of USDA reports for the next shakeup. Crop tours are showing potential for better yields than previously expected, and lending more credence to the USDA's 169.5 BPA August estimate. Gradual reductions are still expected moving forward. Wheat followed corn lower and continues to suffer from a world awash with wheat. I'm Chris Betz with Michigan Agricultural Commodities. For more market information, visit michag.com.
For more news and video, visit MichiganFarmNews.com. With Farm News 5, I'm Janelle Brose. Have a great week of farming.